Hi Capricorn, welcome back for your mid-month 2019 reading. This is your general read. The romance reading is separate, as well as the astrology updates I have done either live or they will be at Yildiz readings for all the updates connected to astrology and what to expect and what to look at in the new year. Now, the new channel I've launched is directly behind me and the link will be within the video or directly below. Both of the booking systems are the same direct website and I'll still be very relevant on both websites. So there's probably going to be more readings, a little bit more organisation and a new format, so to speak. So welcome to 2019. Let's see if we can make this the best year possible moving forward, especially after all the retrogrades we had. And a very warm welcome to those of you who are joining, and those of you who are returning, thank you very much. Welcome back, guys, and a happy new year. Now, I've pulled the cards ahead of time, and this is a continuation on from the beginning of the month. So, you know, if you feel this directly relates, go back and have a look at that video, and it'll show really your transformation, and you can put in the dots of where you are in your progress moving forward. Now, your current state of where you are, you're very much using your intuition, and two clarifiers fell out. This is very much something's opening up. So it can be your third eye, you can be experiencing headaches, it can be a download of information coming through to you. You have this inner knowing of what's coming. It can be an intuitive feeling. It can also be the way you're perceiving something has definitely changed. This is helping you avoid conflict, helping you avoid disaster. It's going to be an epiphany moment. It's also going to help you really remove yourself away from people that perhaps are fake. And situations that aren't true, but maybe that your mind had told you were, but now you're gaining clarity connected to that. So it's really going to be a lot of aha moments by mid-month. So whatever has been transpiring, definitely I'm feeling your frequency is picking up, so to speak. Now, on the 20th, I believe we are having a total lunar eclipse. So again, I will do the astrology video separately, but as for what's going through, I do feel your frequencies change, but you do have similar cards to the beginning of the month. In your 3D life, some of you might be moving away from particular connections, not having the time to mix with particular people, especially an older person. It might be you're taking a more mature approach, or that these energies, you know, you're trying to be the bigger person and you're looking at it and you're going, okay, these particular energies, that particular path, I'm leaving that behind and I'm moving forward. It can be a dispute, conflict, a way of looking at something. You're rising above the situation and you're moving forward. I do feel many of you at a 3D level are perhaps going to get a mentor or an older person to advise you in relation to any conflict you're having. Again, I'm seeing bank managers, I'm seeing contracts. This month is interesting that it is connected to births, deaths, contracts. You know, it's covering a lot, and it is earth-based frequency. A lot of planets are trining each other. So really kind of womaning up or manning up and looking at it going, right, I need to get advice at a particular level or gain the intuitive advice of my counsel inside myself to move this 3D situation forward. And some of you will be leaving what doesn't connect to you any longer, that's really latched onto you, because I'm really feeling like tension in the neck connecting in with your reading, that there's some things you need to leave behind. They're a heavy burden. So it can be taxation, it can be contracts. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm feeling, you know, lots of equations going through in your head of what you need to do to get something off the ground. Now, your 4D, which is your fear-based frequency, you're fearing you're going to have to take direct action. And I'm feeling really, what we fear is what we create. So if this is already a predestined energy that is coming from a fear-based frequency you held in 2018, it's moving forward, you will address it, and you know, it might be just having that epiphany moment, okay, at a passionate level, at a base chakra level, which is your family related domain, the grounding, you know, again, earth-based frequencies. You're passionate about something, but you're fearing it, but you're passionate about it, but you're scared of it at the same time. You may have lost hope in it. Now, this can be for some of you a person from the past, especially with the other cards coming through, but this isn't the romance reading, but I will give that message to you in case, you know, you don't get to watch the video. At a 5D level, again, you know what you've lost passion in. And again, you know, this can be for some of you, you're fearing that this person who you wanted to come back in isn't coming in, and you're thinking, have they lost passion for me? Have I lost passion for them? You're trying to resist the temptation, but you're trying to be happy. It's asking you, universe is asking you to be happy at the minute, that know that everything is divinely guided and it's being taken a hold of in a correct manner, and they're trying to give you messages and tools to help you move forward to be in alignment. Financially speaking, something you're not seeing may come out of left field. It may be money owed to you that is going to tie up loose ends. And again, at the beginning of the month, I was really seeing maybe some contracts, you know, signing. Some of you who did have a separation that went on in 2018, if you're ending contracts, I see that moving forward, for good or bad. However, this directly relates to you, but signing of contracts, but you're not going to see it coming, but it is going to be a fortunate turn of events. So it's not, I'm not feeling it's going to be bad at all. But what is blocking you is making sure you keep on the ball with it. You know, too many responsibilities on your plate at the moment. So severing contracts, severing ties, recouping what you have left and moving forward. This can be either paying bills. It can also be taking the responsibility to deal with that it's a hindrance in order to get the rest of the tasks on board moving forward into 2019. Some of you may be out of work, and that's the conflict as well. You're trying to be responsible, but at the same time you're not working, so it's making it hard. Family. And again, this is for 2 weeks. Remember, it takes time to recover through financial situations, especially when we've been on holidays and we've been having the outlays. It's not that that's a permanent frequency. It's something you're recovering from. But some of you do have separation of assets and situations like that going on. Family domain, compassion, love, understanding, nurturing. This can be you're having it towards them or they're having it towards you, but this is the frequency within your family domain. It may be, again, somebody in your area that is connected to a partnership left. Some of you don't have this partnership. It might be a spiritual partnership, i.e. directly behind me, or a soulmate energy. I am seeing you've either lost faith in it and you're letting it go, or you lost faith and you're wondering whether they're going to come back, but people understand what you're going through with everything that you're doing in a transformative state. What's blocking you was the dream, you know, the dream of that, and not wanting to be in that dream frequency. But, you know, is it over? Some of you letting something physically go. This can be a conflict within a family, or somebody you're not seeing eye to eye with, that you're not meshing with at this point. And this can even be in love, but it can be towards a partner you had or have. In your dream state, again, this is both of these cards with the dreams and, you know, then moving into your dream sector. For your family domain, dreams connected to that. I am seeing a father figure energy around as well, even if they've passed over. This come through in your last reading. It's coming through a bit clearer now. In your dream state, expressions, assertiveness, self-control and direction. You're getting ready to communicate your truth in relation to what you want, how you want it to look, what you're going to have to do to get it there. Maybe directly to a friend. So it can be that you're, again, as I was saying further back, you know, in your 3D life, moving away from particulars. Can be old jobs, can be family members, can be partnerships. You're moving away from what no longer connects. Speaking to a mature person who may be a friend or a family member, because what is blocking you is the faith, and they're helping you actually see a different perspective in it intuitively, especially being purple. Some of you, it is in relation to a person that is of a mature nature. They may also be very adult in their perspective of doing things, and trying to look at it from a different perspective, to see the other person's perspective for you to be able to handle your dream state basis. Be this a person, be it a business. You're gaining advice external to yourself, and then you're going to come back and you're going to meditate on it. But I do feel you'll be able to communicate what's bugging you with whoever this is, with what your hopes and dreams are in any area of your life. When this comes up, you'll know how this directly links in. And I feel they're going to give you the advice to give you the clarity you actually need. And that's where the throat chakra is going to come through quite actively. What you're not seeing is communication is the key. Okay, but until you gain all the information, some of you might be at a distance from this person, so that can be problematic. And you know, you're not enjoying that factor. It's affecting you. It doesn't make you feel as grounded. Some of you may not have the support you actually have needed to get certain things off the ground. This can be the time frame of the year. Everyone was celebrating and you're thinking, hey, I'm ready to go, but I don't have the energy. I don't have all the tools yet. It's not that, you know, you're not in that true frequency and you have a right to feel that. It's more that it's trying to get the clarity in order to act accordingly, to react. Any additional messages for Capricorn for mid-month? Some of you might have had like an injury and had to have been out of work, especially since the frequency on the back is really there. Again, some of you have two paths and you're not choosing either one of them. One of them is a person you had a connection with, a spiritual connection. Another, because two cards come up and they're both, whoops, they're both in reverse. The spiritual connection's a bit peeved for this. This is for those of you who have this as a message. You haven't talked to them because this is horrendous. You need to pick a path. Now, even if it's on their domain, choosing mentally and spiritually and being okay with that choice is going to help manifest this, is going to help the stream coming forward. And I think this conversation is going to be in relation to this. Some of you might just be in general talking about previous relationships, what you're looking, what you didn't like in them, what you did like in them, but being on the fence about how to even perceive these situations in life. And trying to manifest, maybe even thinking, hey, I don't even want a relationship. After everything that's said and done, I want to follow my dreams. I don't know if I do want a relationship, but that's for a small pocket of you, okay? Others of you are choosing between two paths. Others of you are trying to get this back on track. Now, this might have been someone that you weren't seeing eye to eye with, that perhaps you're not quite ready to take it to the next level, and it may be due to the fact of financial issues, right? Emotional, kind of spiritual oomph to do this. So it's not saying no, it's just saying right now, you're meditating, you're gaining the information in order to move the situation forward. Now again, I will do an update during the month as to the astrology. If you are wanting a booking to tune into your direct path, especially with any of these people that come through in the readings and passed over loved ones, feel free to go to the link below and I can tune into your direct situation and give you the psychic update. See you during the month, guys. Love and light.